28 years later, the cast, trailer, reviews, release date, and all the information we currently have in the early 2000s, Danny Boyle made his mark on zombie films with the iconic genre debut, 28 Days Later. With the 2025 film, the filmmaker returns to illustrate the state of the dystopian England he constructed, more than 20 years after the original and over 20 years after the previous installment in the saga. Upon its 2002 release, 28 Days Later received widespread praise and was immediately regarded as one of the best zombie films ever produced, certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. Then, in 2007, the follow-up, 28 Weeks Later, was made available. Despite the absence of Boyle and actor Cillian Murphy, the film garnered positive reviews, fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. What can fans anticipate, however, given that Boyle is making a comeback to the series with its most recent film? Release date, 28 years later. The film 28 Years Later is now showing in cinemas all around the world. What you need to know about 28 Years Later is provided here. Cast 28 Years Later. This new franchise entry will be led by a fresh cast of performers, including Ralph Fiennes, Jodie Comer, and Aaron Taylor-Johnson. Having appeared in Kick-Ass, Godzilla, and Avengers: Age of Ultron, Taylor-Johnson is no stranger to major blockbusters and has been rumored to be a top candidate to be the next James Bond. He most recently starred in Nosferatu and The Fall Guy. Although we don't yet know the identity of his character in 28 Years Later, the trailer makes it clear that he is one of the primary survivors around whom the narrative centers. Ralph Fiennes and Jodie Comer are also anticipated to be part of the film's primary cast of survivors. Comer, who starred in the recently Duel, Free Guy, and Killing Eve, was recently seen in The Bike Riders. In contrast, Fiennes, who is well known for his role as Voldemort in the Harry Potter films, has been nominated for 2 Oscars and might soon get a third for his work in Conclave. Alfie Williams, his Dark Materials, and Jack O'Connell, Rogue Heroes, are 2 more confirmed cast members. Although Cillian Murphy, an original series star, is featured as an executive producer in promotional materials, he is not included as one of the credited performers for this most recent iteration of the franchise. However, the trailer for 28 Years Later, which you can see below, seems to show a zombie that resembles Murphy, which caused a stir on the internet. Would Jim, his character, have fallen victim to the infection at last?